veterans!
Thank you, 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 veterans! And now, my friends, as I have said, I would like to invite all of you for us to make our way to the Synodon. Yeah, I will. Can someone get my bag, please?
Ви так знаєш, як ми колись несли, так? Що ви скажете?
Легкая ночь. Распадается.
Friends, thank you all for coming here. We are in front of the monument of those people who have fought, those people who have suffered, those people who have died. The First and Second World War fought against authoritarians. And it's possible that their fight will be passed down to us. For their memory, and so that the mistakes of the past that have caused these wars to break and have caused these authoritarian regimes to get stronger and have caused so many people, so many brave people to die fighting against those authoritarian regimes, so that something like that never happens again. Let's do a minute of silence.
Yeah. Yes, please. Yeah.
We'll go down here. We'll go down here.
Thank you, Great Britain!
Thank you, Great Britain!
Thank you, Great Britain!
Thank you, Great Britain!
Thank you, Great Britain.
Thank you, Great Britain.
Thank you, veterans.
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 Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Героям України тричі!
Слава! 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 One more. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them. We will remember them. Lest we forget.
Lest
Lest we forget!
Lest we forget.
Lest we forget!
Lest we forget. Lest we forget. Lest we forget. Lest we forget.
Lest we forget! Lest we forget!
Lest we forget. Lest we forget.
Thank you very much. This country, Great Britain, has been one of the countries that has realized the best threat that the terrorist regimes of this world pose. This country has suffered a lot fighting against those terrorist regimes in the past. And that's why the people of this country realize this. That's why the people of this country have supported Ukraine throughout this war, throughout this invasion of Ukraine by the Russian terrorist regime. For that, when the world was uncertain and many countries dragged their feet and said that providing tanks for Ukraine would be too much, the United Kingdom sent their Challenger tanks. When the world was uncertain and once again some countries were dragging their feet and said that providing Ukraine with long-range missiles would not be good, the United Kingdom provided Ukraine with Storm Shadow missiles. We are grateful for every bit of help this country has shown us, has given us. And we hope that in the future, the rest of the world will see the resolve and the bravery of the people of this country as an example to follow for a better future. Not just for the people of this country, not just for the people of Ukraine, but for the whole world. Because as the saying goes, my friend, the glorious dead have proven this to be true. The only thing that it takes for evil to triumph is for good men and women to do nothing. They have done their part. They have fought. Some have died. But in the end, they won. And that is what's going to happen in the future also. All together, we will win.
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 All together,
we will win. All together, we will win.
all together, we will win.
All together, we will win.
All together, we will win.
All together, we will win.
All together, we will win.
All together, we will win.
Thank you, Britain.
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 Thank you, veterans.
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 We will finish our rally soon, my friends. But before we do that, I would like to reiterate the fact that the Ukrainian people have always stood with the British people, and they will always stand alongside with them. We support the British culture and this great country of Great Britain. Unfortunately, There have sometimes been cases when people shown disrespect to the people of this country. And we unequivocally condemn any kind of vandalism that could happen against the monuments and against the landmarks of the people of this country. Let that be heard by everybody in the world. The Ukrainian people will do their best to make sure to help the British people in everything that they might be in need, as we have been helped by the British people when we are in need right now in this war against the Russian terrorist regime. And once again, my friends, if any of you would like to say a few words about this very important day of remembrance, very important day of honor for the glorious dead who have fought and won, I welcome you here. And if not, thank you very much for coming, and thank you very much for showing your support. Thank you, Britain!
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 Thank you, veterans!
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 Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Героям України тричі!
Слава! Слава! Слава!
Thank you very much. Tommy,
all right.
would you like to finish?
A few things. A few things you can be with me. But,
Iranian people, Albania shelters, Afghani people,
Yeah, I know
and
that.
Albania help trucks.
yes, Mr. What about? Thank you. But, like I said, 1918 is also an important year in Ukrainian history. It was also a year, I believe, that when the Ukrainian people, with the downfall of the Romanov regime, made
Don't threaten me, don't threaten me. I'm not your friend, don't threaten me. Don't threaten me, I'm not your friend. But I'm saying to you, why don't you say thank you to Albania for what Albania has done for your people? Yes, so that's what you should do. But no, not you. No one has ever thanked Albania for what Albania has done for God knows how many years now. You have never thanked Albania. You never thanked Albania. You have never thanked Albania. You have never thanked Albania. Where are the Iranians? Where are the Iranians living today? In Albania. Where do the Afghans live? In Albania. Have you ever thanked them? No, you haven't. You have never thanked Albania. No, all you've done is use Albania. God knows for how many years now. You have never thanked Albania for what Albania has done for your people. You've never thanked them. You have never thanked Albania for what Albania has done for your people. You've never done so. Go and thank Albania for what Albania is doing for your people. Go and thank Albania. No, you don't thank them. You don't thank Albania for anything. All you think is who you know how to power. That's who you think. You don't even think of them.
Ксенія, вітаю. Вітаю. Баскетбол граєш?
Баскетбол?
Так.
Я?
Така висока.
Да я за баскетбол.
Слава Україні! Слава! Give Belarus, and because the special tribute to this weekend, lest we forget. Lest we forget. Lest we forget. Lest we forget.
Lest we forget!
Що ви нас хочете?
Lest we forget! Lest we forget! My friends, what we just had right now was what we are having right now is unfortunate individual
Литовский
who doesn't
красный
have a very clear
вместо
point
белого.
to give. Now, I say we shouldn't be angry with individuals like these. In fact, we should treat them with some pity, because obviously there might be some mental issues in that individual. You know what I mean? So we need to keep moving forward with our match. We need to continue to for the whole world to hear. Despite the hackers, despite any people who might want to come and stop us from speaking, these people, in the honor of whom this monument is erected, they have fought for our freedom right now to be able to speak, for the freedom of the British people, for the freedom of the world, to be able to have a better future, to be able to discuss openly with each other and to come to better conclusions. One of the most important values, British values, is the rule of law. And the rule of law needs to be applied to all things. We need to respect the values of this country. We need to respect the rule of law. We need to respect the laws. Because if we don't, we're being ungrateful. And we are grateful for being allowed in this country, for receiving help from this country. And we will do our part to help the people of this country, to contribute to this country in everything that we can. That has always been our will, and we are united in it. Once again, would you like to say something?
No, I think this
Tommy, do you have
was
anything to
enough.
say? Anything else? You have? Come here, Alexander. Come here, my friend. The stage is yours. The stage is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. As you can probably tell by my accent, I am not Ukrainian. Now, in World War II, my mum's dad gave up his surgical training to go and serve as a combat medic and field surgeon in the British Army. My dad's dad gave up his degree at university to go and serve in the RAF, and he finished World War II as squadron leader of the 1990s. Now, these Ukrainians are not here today to ask you anything, because they feel that would be a sign of disrespect to our veterans. So I'm here to ask you, as the grandson of veterans, because they won't. Now, I'm not asking you to give again, you've already given too much. What I'm asking for you to do is remember what our veterans laid down their lives for. Life, liberty, equality, freedom. That is what these people are doing. They are laying down their lives. They are sitting in trenches and dying. Now, I'm not asking you to lay down your lives again. The Ukrainians are not asking it. They're also not asking your sons and daughters to do it. What I'm here to ask is write to your MP. Ask them what they are doing to support Ukraine. Also, I'd say in London, during the Blitz, London sent its children to the countryside. And they didn't just send them to the countryside. They sent them across seas to Canada, to Australia, to New Zealand, to protect their future, to protect their children. So I also ask you, write to your councillors and ask what they can do to protect the children that Ukraine are sending here, to protect their future. It's just an email. It doesn't cost you anything. So if you could please implore our elected leaders, what are they doing for Ukraine? Because if Ukraine falls, the Baltics are next, Poland is next, and then we will have more reeds to lay in the future. So thank you very much for your attention. And also I want one last thing to say. So there's a traditional salutation for Ukrainians, and I'm going to finish it at the end of this. And it starts with glory to Ukraine, to which response is glory to the heroes. Slava Ukraini!
Героям слава!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just going to say something to bring it back to the day-to-day struggles of our country. As you know, I do a bit of social media with my photos, and I've struck up some friendships with soldiers who are actually on the front line. And I'm just going to read a very brief note one of them sent to me last week. We are passing through a lot of hard things here. We are trying to stay safe the best way we can. We have no food. It's just very hard here. We buried 3 of our soldiers today. That was the end of the story. So, and every day there are Ukrainian brave heroes dying. So we remember them just as much as the English are remembering their soldiers. And this is the reality every day. I speak to quite a few soldiers now, and they're going through hell.
Strong, thank you.
The war for the future of humanity is not over. It is a never-ending struggle. It has not ended. The torch has simply been passed to the future generation. We are that future generation. And it's in our hands to pass that torch to the generations after us. As we have said so before, these people have done their part. There could be a moment in the near future when we might need to do our part. The world, unfortunately, is entering in an era of war. Wars are breaking out everywhere, all over the world. We expected this world to be at peace right before World War I began. We were wrong. We expected this world to be at peace before the invasion of Ukraine happened. We were wrong. And now once again, my friends, we stand at a crossroad. We could either follow the example of the people who have fought and won, and if died, they've died on their feet, not on their knees. Or we could give in to appeasement politics and to keep giving and giving and giving to terrorists and terrorist organizations all over the world. Russia, North Korea, Iran, these countries are the enemies not only of Ukraine, but of Great Britain and all the free world. We have to understand this unequivocally, because if we don't, we are allowing a new scenario, much like the scenarios of old, to happen again and again and again. That is why we stand here in memory of the people of the past, so that we can learn their bravery and we can learn with their fight, so that we are not unarmed if that fight comes to us, because it is far better to fight and die on our feet than to give up and be used and abused as a slave on our knees. That is a future that we will not choose. And it is in the hands of every single one of us to make the right choice for all of humanity to move into a better future, a future of nuclear demilitarization and not of nuclear holocaust, not of nuclear saber rattling like the Russian terrorist regime has been doing for a very long time now. This situation, my friends, is unprecedented, but it is not unheard of. It is unprecedented for our days, but not for the past. Because in the past, many times, people have claimed that if only they remove a whole ethnicity from the world, everything will be fine. That is what some psychopathic individuals have claimed. That is why the heroes of the past have fought against. The torch has been passed already, my friends, from the heroes of the past to the heroes of the present. And it is our choice whether we want to support the heroes of the modern world or its villains, the people who plan to get a power grab and to dominate the world with an iron fist, and not with the great values that these people have fought and died for. And once again, as we have said many times, thank you, veterans!
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 Thank you, Britain!
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 I would like to say, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you for your support. I would like to say, sorry. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Last point, and we'll thank you for your time. My friends, our rally is about to reach an end. It's very important to allow everybody to show respect in their own way. And if that respect, my friend, could you show some respect, please? Could you show some respect? I think he's got a bit of coffee. This might be better to ignore. Я зрозумів, він вже пішов. Я закінчу. My friends, just to end this rally, I would like to say once again, thank you very much for coming here. It's unbelievably important for all of us to show our support to the right causes, to the causes that we find just. Because if we don't, if we only have this silent support, it's as good as nothing. If we're at home, silently supporting a cause for ourselves, what change does that bring to the world? It brings nothing. But if we come forward and take initiative and do our part, then we are contributing for a better world. I would like to finish with a very important idea. There have been, as we've mentioned before, some monuments and some places in the UK that have unfortunately been vandalized by people who do not respect the culture of this country, by people who do not respect the very people who live here and their history. Ungrateful people, apologists and traitors have done these things. And I would like to say to the whole world that we will stand alongside with the people who will get in the way of such actions, who will stop such actions from happening. We will always support the British monuments and the British culture to prevent it from being destroyed. We live in this country, and we are part of this country. We're really a functional part of this country, not a destabilizing factor, not people who try to destroy it from within. Those people are ungrateful for the hospitality of the great people of Great Britain. And with that, my friends, I would like to end our rally so that we allow every person who has come here to show their respects for this monument in the way that they prefer. Thank you, Great Britain!
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 Thank you, veterans!
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 Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Героям України тричі!
Слава, слава, слава!
Thank you.
Хто бажає